Successive governments in the Philippines have continued to emphasize the role of the youth, both in nation building and as catalysts of change. Our elders, our parents, shared the same idea. Yet, have they trusted the youth to really show their worth in creating their own tomorrow? Our country's most valuable asset is human capital. The most potent force of nature is people, standing together, moving in one direction, pure of intent, and united in consciousness. People who are aligned in the cause of rebuilding the Philippines with shared vision, courage, and perseverance. The honorable members of the Board of Judges, my fellow contestants, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a great honor that I am given a chance to talk about the Filipino youth as partners in creating a new Philippines. This is the time in our life as Filipinos to march forward. Doing this begins with the acceptance of individual responsibility for our respective roles in the economic, social, and spiritual malaise pervasive in our lives and the communities. We must transcend from a culture of expectation to a nation of action. The SK election has just been completed. Everyone knew what had happened. The local government, our own parents, showed us how to let money and power reign. They have forced into us to do their stinking corrupt ways. They have practically quenched our burning idealism and every bit of good leadership trainings we had in school. Truly, this is not the share in creating a better Philippines that we deserve. We, the youth, are most concerned of what we see around us. We are most concerned of what we read on the papers, because what we do with our country today is what our nation shall be in the future. I refuse to live in a state of confusion. I refuse to be under a government sans the purest intention for the general welfare. I only desire to live in a nation where peace and tranquility reigns. So, if there is a time when we can affect change, it is now. If there are people who can affect change in our own country, it is us, my dear Filipino youth. Let us all join hands and be the instruments of change. All together, let us create a new Philippines. To our elders, allow us to choose our own road for our tomorrow. Information communication technology is one venue where the youth can excel. The web is a very effective means of expressing and transmitting what they can do to develop a nation. Information technology schools can contribute a lot in shaping the minds of the Filipino youth so that they can use technology in the most responsible manner. If our youth is idle, it will be a sheer wastage of a great energy. No country can afford such wastage. What is needed is that the young men and women should be directed properly to engage in some constructive work. If this potential is tapped adequately, our massive youth power can work wonders for the national reconstruction. The Filipino youth have never lagged behind when called upon to meet a challenge. But for this, our national leaders will have to behave in a responsible way. They should not exploit the youth for their own selfish motives. They should mobilize their abilities by providing them with suitable avenue. The task of nation building is very challenging. Everyone can contribute towards it according to his own capabilities. First of all, the young people should be made to understand a specific project and its importance to the society. They should be given suitable direction so that they can work hard for its fulfillment. This will make them feel satisfied by the realization that they have been assigned a role in the nation building. By giving the right direction to the young, the possibilities of violence, unrest, and disturbance will also be greatly reduced. It is therefore in the national interest that the youth should be engaged in the task of nation building. Their involvement would generate a sense of pride and self-confidence in them. It will also raise their morality and self-worth. As they remain busy in constructive work, their minds would not go astray towards destructive ideas. This simple way of involving the youth in the important affairs of the community can make them prove to the whole world that they are capable of greatness. Indeed, it is in the hands of the Filipino youth, in the hands of my fellow speakers today, where the fate of this nation lies. Let us therefore open our eyes, look around, be involved. Every step we take, every move we make matters. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.